Hello, my lovely Libran people. This is Patricia speaking. I am originally from Brazil, so please don't mind the accent. Today, we are going to record a video for people who have their sun, moon, or rising sign in Libra, and it is for the month of November, okay? If it is your first time in my channel, O Despertar da Lilith, I welcome you. Okay, O Despertar da Lilith means the awakening of Lilith in English. All right, guys. So, if you do speak Portuguese or you know somebody who does and you think they might enjoy this message, I would appreciate if you would share the next video that I'm going to record, which will be the Portuguese version of this video. Okay, before we start taking the tarot cards, I want to focus on this main message for the month of November for you guys. Okay, you need to have more fun in November, Libran people. Okay, it says smiles, laughter, and excitement. Take time to think about all the positive little things in life and do celebrate them. When you feel great, share it with others. Express yourself passionately and with energy. Be silly. Remember what it felt like to be a child, skipping and laughing and playing. Reenact this. So, for some reason, the month is going to be a very heavy month with all these Scorpio energies that we will have in the month of November. And Mercury retrograde to make things worse in Scorpio. But you need to find balance, right? You are Libra, so you need always to find the middle way for everything. So if you're feeling a little heavy, with the energy, just go and try to find reasons to have fun, because that will, find a middle ground for your own energy, and it won't give in to negative thoughts or negative feelings. Okay. So at the end, I'm going to use 3 decks. This one will be used for your love life or your emotional life. This will be for your family life. This one will be for money and finances. And then at the end, I'm going to take one card from the Wild Animals Tarot card, Oracle, and then one card from the Archangels Oracle. Okay, but let's start by shuffling the cards to see what's going on in this month of November for your love life and your emotional health in general. Okay, what is in store for the month of November for the people with sun, moon, and rising in Libra? One more time. I usually pre-shuffle the cards before I even, start my videos, but I like to shuffle a little bit in front of you guys so you can see, because a lot of times people don't trust when people don't shuffle the cards. Until you get to know me, I think it's important to do this for you guys to trust me. Okay, I can see that things are very tense or will be very tense for you guys in your emotional side of things. Okay. The only card that came in the upright position is a very worrisome card. It also expressed worries. But let me show you, okay? So you got the 3 of Wands upside down, the Tower upside down, and the only one that actually came in the upright position is the 9 of Swords, which is all about, paranoia, fears, worries, not being able to sleep. So I'm going to start talking about the Tower and the 3 of Wands, okay? Because they came first. So the Tower, we already know, right? It's a lot of change. And sometimes it can be a change in your home environment or a change at work. But we are talking about your love life here that will affect your emotional health. So there will be a huge change coming up this month in November for you guys that will affect your emotional life. Okay, you are expecting something to happen. It could be a trip. It could be like, the day to move somewhere, because I also see the Tower as a home. So maybe some of you guys are expecting to move to a new home this month. and for some reason something is not going to happen when you want, and that could also be because of Mercury retrograde. Okay, you will feel a lot of pressure, you will feel a lot of worries and fear at night. You're not going to be able to sleep because we got the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is a card of not being able to rest your mind because you're so filled with worry and fear, and all these paranoias of what ifs, some of you might be feeling pressure, okay, to make some changes. But the problem is, since these two cards came, upside down like this, it just really means that the changes that you are expecting, or what you're not expecting, will happen when you least expect. Sometimes it could come faster and you are not prepared, or sometimes it could literally just take the ground that you stand on away from you and make you feel very insecure. And that's why we have the Nine of Swords here, and you are expecting something good to come your way, but unfortunately, probably because of Mercury retrograde, things will not happen, or they will happen with a lot of delay. There could also be, I will warn you guys, okay, because we have here two energies related to the sign of Aries, which is very impatient, very persistent, but courageous, and a little reckless sometimes. Okay, Aries energy is all about acting first, thinking later. You know what you did. So this, we have Mars, which is the ruler of Aries, and then we have the Sun in Aries. So it's like, a lot of fire energy. That's why you can see all the colors of fire in these two cards. So pretty much, you are expecting something to happen in the month of November, but since most of the month will be ruled by Mercury in Scorpio, which is an extremely intense sign, and it's going to be retrograde, so it will make it difficult for you to have, like trips. Contract signing will be, really dangerous. Don't make a big investment, okay, like moving to a new house or making a long trip, because there could be the tendency to have delays or misunderstandings, or even accidents, and people would drive a little more impatient and also with a lot of anger, because Mercury will be retrograde in Scorpio, and Mercury represents the way we think, the way we see things, and even the way we express what our thoughts. It could make you or somebody whom you are dealing with act a little, with revenge in their mind. You know what I mean? Like, because there will be a tendency for people to misunderstand each other. Like, you will say something, people will misunderstand you, and vice versa. People will want to get back at you. It is that revenge, the vengeful feelings of Scorpio. So you have to be really careful this month with what you do, and especially even though you are usually the more peaceful signs, because you like, peace. You are the peacemaker. You love, just to be doing well with everybody. You don't like conflict and everything, but you could also be feeling the energies, like everybody else, and just feel a little more intense, and with the need to get back at somebody who did you wrong. And because there is a tendency here for things not to happen your way, in this month, so far I have seen no reading, no sign in having a really good reading this month of November. And I feel like we would be dumb to think that things will be easy for anybody this month, because it is the month of Scorpio, and Scorpio talks about endings, new beginnings also. But for something to begin, something has to die first. And so, of course, if we're talking about relationships, you got to be careful not to fight, with your partners, and or with, people at work, or with people in the family, because that could cause problem within the environment, and you'll be so worried because you don't like to fight. But there is a tendency to fight with people, that you will not even be able to rest at night. You will be so concerned that this person might, your husband might want to leave the house, okay, because the Tower is all about destroying what gave us a fake sense of security. Okay, so if a marriage is already, we've been having a marriage, let's say, that has been built on fake promises, or things, are just being put under the rug because we are not trying, we are not wanting to focus on the cracks that we have in this marriage, for example, then the tower comes and destroys everything, so you are forced to see that the foundation was weak, so you have to start building from ground zero. And so with the tower upside down, it's a little more extreme even, because it really does show your fear of maybe losing your marriage or your relationship, or having to fight with people, because you don't like to do that. But so you will feel the need to avoid it. But like I said, it could be sudden changes to the environment in the home or in the relationships. It could even be at work, or with friends, okay? And it will affect you emotionally very deeply, and you won't even be able to relax. Now, with the Three of Wands coming in the upside down position, you also have to be careful not to be too much of a dreamer, and avoiding to look at the reality of your relationships in general, because it makes you be unprepared for things when they happen, because you have been like a sleepwalking in a way, and you gotta be careful with untrustworthy partners as well when this card comes in, in the upside down position like this, because there could be cheating involved. And I know that some of you might be thinking this way. Of course, I'm not talking about just your partner be the one cheating. You could be the one cheating as well. And of course, this is a general reading, so for some people it will have nothing to do with that. So I don't want you people to freak out. I just want you to be aware of the energies, especially because when Mercury is retrograde, what happens is there is a tendency, especially in Scorpio, because it's a very sexual sign, there is a tendency to have our exes, ex-lovers, boyfriends and girlfriends return back to our minds. Okay, Mercury is our mind, right? And sometimes they actually come back into our lives, and these people usually will be somebody whom you had a very intense relationship with. Why? Because of Scorpio, right? So this intensity might cause trouble in your marriage or your current relationship, or even within the family, because let's say you had a very toxic relationship with this person in the past, and your family was against your relationship with this person, but now this person is coming back and your family is going to give you a hard time for it. So just watch out for these energies, because it will be a very it will be the type of month that people will be have to walk on eggshells, and be really careful with what they say and what they do, because there is a huge possibility of misunderstandings, fights, and endings as well. Okay, let's talk about the family life. I'm going to use the tarot of the angels and archangels. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, please, guys. I'm going to add a donate button because I'm unemployed at the moment. I quit the job that I had so I could move closer to my family and friends. So, for me to keep these videos, I spend a lot of time, especially now that I'm doing 24 videos, because I'm doing both Portuguese and English. So I would really appreciate, if anybody who wants to help out the girl, me, it's just any donation, I would be very, very thankful. I haven't added my Patreon or PayPal account yet to the video, but I will at the end, okay? And I thank you ahead of time. What's going on in the family environment for the Libra people with Sun, Moon, and Rising? Did you like my little spiders? I decided to use it because of, it's Libra like fashion, right? Ooh, Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, Four of Earth, which is Four of Coins or Pentacles, and then the World. So we have one major arcana and then two minor arcana. All of them came in the upright position, as you can see. So the Seven of Swords is an energy that is not very good. The reason why is sometimes it's related to dishonesty. Okay, people are doing something behind somebody else's back. Okay, it could be you doing something in secret, It is a month of secrets, okay, because we are talking about Scorpio, so there's a lot of secrets. Usually, especially when Mercury is retrograde in Scorpio, that make us keep our secrets to ourselves. So you could be acting, a little shady within, and that might affect the family life as well. Or maybe, somebody in a family could be hiding something from you. Because this is the card of the thief, or the one that hides in the shadow, that is doing something in a very strategic way, thinking of themselves, but nobody knows what they're doing. So this message here says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and also poor timing. So whatever it is could really also be a bad energy that will still rob you of good moments with your family. Because if the secret comes out, then and you are the one keeping the secret, it might cause a lot of problems in the family. Like I said, you could be the one cheating too, because of an ex. Somebody from the past might show up, and then maybe the cheating is not even at to the point where you're actually getting um, physically involved with a person, but you might be texting. Because when we have the swords energy, we also have written messages. So you could be doing the work of somebody who is on the internet, doing a little bit of an investigative work on an ex lover that you had, like ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, or wife. It doesn't matter what sex you are, or sexual orientation. It just means that you might feel like a little stalker, even, going on social media, finding out about somebody from your past. And of course, it's wrong, because especially if you are married, that, that is something that you want to hide from your boo, right? Your love. And that can cause problems in the family. It could, of course, also talk about somebody else in the family that, is dealing like this, with you, and you don't know anything about it. And I don't think you will find out, because we are talking about November. And so November is the energy of Scorpio. Scorpio is all about secrets, and I don't see this card coming upside down, which would be an indication that it would be found out. So, yeah, this will be the energy for the month of November, and I don't think the secrets will be found out. But just watch out, because there is such a thing as karma, and what you do, come back, to you. So don't do to others what you don't want to be done to you. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. So here we have the Four of Coins, okay, or Four of Earth, which for some people is the Four of Pentacles. We have this energy, which is somebody who is holding on to their material things, or their material, whatever brings them security. It could be a relationship, a marriage, right? It could be anything that gives them the sense of security, or the sense of stability. And I think it's you will want to hold on to what you have in your family. So it could also mean that some of you might be struggling with money a little, and that, like in the family, you will try your best to try and cut down costs, or you should cut down on costs this month, especially because this month is the month of letting go of things that are not practical, because we do have Saturn and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. And Capricorn is all about management, organization, being frugal, being practical. If it doesn't have an utility, it has to go. So you might actually have to look into your home life and see where you need to cut down on costs, because you could have trouble with money this month. And we might check, or confirm that on the next cards that I'm going to take. But over here, the message is being too frivolous or too cautious with money, good business decisions, giving to those less fortunate, which is kind of strange, because this card usually is of the person who is not opening their hands to give money to anybody. If anything, they will extend their hand to receive money, because they're being a little too frugal. So I feel like important here is money and management of money. Maybe you will be secret about your management of money. Maybe some of you will be hiding money from your partners, especially if you are married. Maybe let's say you live with your family. You're not married yet. You're a single person, and you're living with somebody, and they're counting on you to help out with money, but you're actually hiding some money from them because you don't want them to know that you have money, so that therefore you can say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to pay rent this month, or I'm not going to be able to pay my half of this because I don't have money. But in fact you do, because you are planning maybe to get out of the house, to move out. So you know that you're saving your money, and you're not letting them know that you have money, because otherwise you'll not be able to conclude that plan that you have of moving, out of the house. Okay. Over here we do see an ending of a cycle, which is, the world. It's the last card of the tarot. Archangel Michael is here, my favorite. It's the archangel of protection. And the card is saying to you, a job well done. Like you did something good, or you're doing something well. And it talks about having joy, contentment, and also gratitude, okay, for whatever it is that is going to happen this month within the family. You are on the path of toward enlightenment. But I want you to also know that the world literally means a completion, okay? A completion where you finish a cycle with something or somebody. So, yes, for some of you, it literally means that you will be saving money, and you will be hiding whatever your plans are, because you are planning to leave the house, okay? It might be the house of your parents that you're leaving, or the household that you are living at the moment. It doesn't matter. You might be having plans to get out of the house, and you know that you cannot tell them that you have money, otherwise they will come after your money. And you will probably not be able to get out of the house or complete the cycle with this person or this family and move on to your next chapter in life. So if you want to finish this, yes, you can hide it. Just don't be illegal, okay, in your actions. Don't do anything that is harmful to others. Whatever it is, I feel like you're doing a good job. You should save your money, okay? And we probably will see why. But overall, I think the energy is actually good for the family. It's okay. You will accomplish what you are planning within your family, whatever it is. It could be related even to this first set of cards, okay, emotionally. Like whatever you're doing, you are actually doing okay, and you'll be fine as well. So don't worry about it. You will get to accomplish whatever you're planning, as long as you do it with a good place, in your heart and your mind. God will help you fulfill your dreams, okay? Let's see the financial situation. What's going on? One more time. What's going on for the Libra people? Sun, moon, and rising for the month of November in finances, work, finances. Eight of Swords. What are you afraid of? You are afraid of abundance? No. Come on, Libra. Look at this. You got good cards here, but you are so afraid. You are doing something that is actually self-sabotaging yourself. Like you are really, you are probably causing problems financially to yourself, because you're afraid maybe of taking a good risk, or you are not seeing things properly. Because remember, this card here, the Three of Wands, it talks about you spending too much time in a dreamer kind of world, right? You're dreaming about accomplishing something big. And maybe even this card is related to the love and the relationship thing, because maybe you're planning to get a life, like a new house with your wife or husband or boyfriend, it doesn't matter. But you are so also afraid of it. And also maybe you're just refusing to look at the things that you are doing or not doing. They're actually making it harder for you to accomplish what you want financially, even if it involves your love life. So let's say you're trying to save money to buy an apartment or a house with this person, or get a marriage, a wedding, or whatever, right? Something that needs money, but you are so afraid, and you're refusing to take the blindfold from your eyes and seeing things for what they are. because you're so afraid of conflict. You're so afraid. Maybe you're being a little too lazy too, okay? Whatever it is, you are doing it to yourself because it is in your mind. The swords mean your intellect, the way you think, the way you see things. And as we can see here, you have, your eyes covered. And you have your hand tied, but they're not really tight. They're like loose around your hands. Like you put yourself in this position. So whatever you're doing or not doing, um, when it comes to your money and finances, it's been caused because of you. So if you're spending too much money in one thing, or you're hiding your money from somebody, and that's why you're not getting anywhere, it's your fault. I'm going to tell you, because this card only shows up if it is you who is causing these fears, this problem. So you are really afraid of success. You are really afraid of you know abundance, because over here we have the Empress, right? And the Empress is your ruler. See, she has the symbol of Venus here. She's telling you, Libras are ruled by Venus. And Venus is all about love and abundance in finances and money and everything else that you dream of, right? And of course, when you're ruled by Venus, it makes you be a little lazy, because things usually tend to come easily for you, okay? To Taurus and Libra people, right? Because they're ruled by Venus. So they usually are very lucky in love, very lucky in finances as well, which makes them a little lazy. But you have to remember, Libra, you are from the cardinal signs. So you are supposed to take action. You are supposed to take the lead and make things happen, not be sitting in your cushion, and looking all pretty like you always like to do, and expect things to happen. Okay, so you have the energy which is in your favor, already attracting good opportunities with money, but you are not doing, okay, this card is telling me you are not doing what you're supposed to do to get that money coming towards you, okay, to get that abundance. Whatever it is that you are doing, you have to stop doing that, that is causing you to not attract the abundance. And over here we know that there is something that you are doing that is not right, because the High Priestess, which talks about a choice also, because we have the number 2, right? But it's a choice that you have to use your intuition, your spiritual energy to make that choice, because it talks about whatever, it's a knowledge that we don't have access through our logic, but we do when we get in touch with our intuition. And for a few months now, I have been telling Libras that they are extremely sensitive to energies. They are psychics. Okay, they could be working, making money, doing what I'm doing right now, which is like reading the tarot, because they have had a lot of touch with the psychic world. And some of them can make predictions, can read the tarot cards, but they don't trust that side of themselves, because they are air sign, right? So they are all about logics. But over here is you have to use your intuition. If you want to attract money, you might actually have to work with, the psychic energies or psychic powers that you have to create that abundance. A lot of you could be making money reading cards, or even, talking to the dead, or whatever it is that is your psychic power. Okay, because for different people, they have different psychic powers, right? And everybody has the power to develop it, but some people already have it attuned, and it's like really, really powerful. I feel like you guys have been really good with the intuition, but you're not listening to your intuition, because the High Priestess is telling you you are not listening to intuition. You're not listening to the spirit world. And I also have to tell you, because the High Priestess is all about also secrets, right? Over here we have somebody acting, secretly, when it comes to the family and also to money, right? And then we see the fear, like, there's something going on in your mind, like maybe you're feeling guilty about something, and you're just not listening. You're not listening to what your spirit guides are telling you. If your spirit guides are telling you not to mess with something, let's pretend you're doing something illegal, okay, with money. You're not supposed to do it, and you're being told in your mind, don't do it, and you continue to do it, you could be found out, and you could get in trouble. So the High Priestess, when it comes like this, it says that you're being a little too superficial. You might have hidden agendas. You might not be listening to your inner voice. So, that's the tendency also when you have the Venus energy. You might be using your power of seduction to get money from people, even though you're being told by your spirit guide, don't do it. That's not what I gave you this power for. If you want to make money, then do it the right way. And whatever it is, you are doing it, and it's not helping you. Okay, it is not helping you, because otherwise the Eight of Swords will not come here. So you need to listen to your intuition, and you really do need to listen to your spirit guides, because I feel like there is even this energy of people from your life who passed away, right? They are in the spirit world, and they keep coming to you in your dreams. I even got a goosebumps right now, even in your dreams, to try and warn you, but you are not listening. So I'm telling you, be careful. Okay, be careful. Try to have some fun. If you're doing something that you know is not right, that might hurt somebody, just stop. Okay, find a way to do it in a way that everybody will be, because what I feel is like you're not acting in your energy of justice, right? Because in the tarot, the major arcana associated with Libra is the justice card. So it's like you're not acting within that energy of being just, fair, right? Equilibrium. So when you do that, your life gets out of balance, and that's why we see the tower over here. So you might be hiding things, especially with money, again, from your partner, and your partner might be really angry if they find out. They will lose trust in you, and then it would affect your family life with this person. So whatever it is, if you are single or if you don't have a job, whatever you are not doing also is actually making it harder for you to be abundant in the finances sector. Okay, so stop, reflect on that, and find out what it is that you are doing or not doing enough that is causing you to not be abundant when it comes to money. Okay, I'm going to end with one card from the Spirit of the Wild Animals. It's an oracle. What is the message from the Wild Animal Oracles for the Libra people with Sun, Moon, and Rising? One more, please. Some cards, they have an advice, but some of them come with with an affirmation that you have to say to yourself. Okay. All right. So you got the wolf, the pathfinder. Look how beautiful. It says here, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. So I feel like, no matter what, right? If you're hiding in the dark, at night, like, the wolf, right? You're still powerful. You're still knowledgeable because you've seen so much in life, so you shouldn't be afraid, and you shouldn't have to hide so much, right? Not everybody hates wolves. Let's say not everybody is scared of a wolf. Just take your power. I feel like the wolf is telling you that you can find better ways. Pathfinder, right? This wolf is so knowledgeable, so he can see, like, in my opinion, because I have other cards here where the moon card is associated with a wolf and a dog, and the moon is all about also seeing in the dark, right? Bringing light where there is darkness, and being able to see things that are hidden, which is also associated with the high priestess, because high priestess, she can see through her mind eyes, right? Because she is a psychic. She's attuned with the dark, the darkness of the world, but not in a negative way. She can see light. But you guys need to find another way, or a better way, or just find your way using that knowledge that you have. And you also could help other people, guiding them. Okay, so find your way, meditate on this, because yes, there will be challenge, but you are strong. Maybe you are stronger than you think. Just persevere. To end now, I'm going to take one card from the Archangel Oracles. Okay. See, that's a card of, psychic abilities, clairsentience. Like you can feel things, right? I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it correctly, okay? But Archangel Raguel is telling you, notice your recurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. Like I said, you guys are very psychic for a few months now, and I feel like that's thanks to Uranus being in your eighth house, the house of Scorpio. And it will be for many years to come. So you guys, I know that because I have some Libra people, in my family and friends, and they all keep telling me that they have become very very psychic, and they are also seeing dead people. And of course, Scorpio, the eighth house, is also related to death or the departed people. So this is what I'm saying, like, listen to your guidance that is coming from the spirit world, because there might be even people from your own family, or friends that passed away, and they are trying to guide you through your maybe dreams, or maybe a message, because for each person, they communicate with the spirit world in a different ways. Like for me, sometimes I hear messages, right? Like somebody's talking in my ear, and other things too. But for you guys, it might be just a feeling on your skin, like when you're out of nowhere, you just start feeling that goosebumps all over your body. So it's a spirit that is present. So try to meditate and find out what are they trying to communicate with you. Okay. And especially pay attention to your dreams. All right, my loves. This is what I'm going to leave you with. I hope you enjoyed this reading and you will consider these messages, because I feel like they are extremely important and they will be helpful in this crazy month of November. Okay. And above all, don't forget to have fun. You need to have some fun, because you haven't been relaxing too much. You really are stressed out, especially when it comes about, to money. But it's time to try and find a balance. Okay, love? Take care, my babies. I'll see you next video, okay? Ciao.